I want to talk about a topic today, and the topic is change is necessary. Change is necessary. Now, the number one reason why change is necessary is because everything changes. That is the number one reason. Everything changes. And whenever we refuse to take the initiative to change, that doesn't mean that change is not taking place around us. That doesn't mean that you are going to still be in that same capsule at the end. Because if you don't do nothing in life but lay around, couch potato, if you don't do nothing in life, get up, go to church, go to Walmart, come on back home, have a cookout every now and again. If you don't do nothing, you don't make the initiative to change anything about that routine, guess what? Everything around you is still changing. And you can look in the mirror and see that. You can look in the mirror and see that time and change is transforming you. You don't have the same firmness to your skin anymore. You don't have the same stamina in your body anymore. You don't have a lot of the same things. So change is taking place. So what I would advise is that you take the initiative and change things on purpose. If you don't like where you are today, change it. If you don't like the way your hair looks, change it. If you don't like the way that your body looks, change it. If you don't like your job, change it. A job change may not be able to take place immediately, but you can work towards change. You can work towards a better day. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about change because change is so important, and a lot of times it is just so ignored. It's so ignored. We have a tendency to just free flow through life without any focus, without any goals, without any plans, without planning for tomorrow or planning for the next day. The Lord is ultimately in control, but we can plan. We can plan. We can write the vision. We can write visions, and we can execute those visions. We can execute our dreams. So yeah, you can change. You can change from who you are today to who you will be in the next moment, or you cannot take the initiative and not change it consciously and allow time and chance and change to just pull you along. And whenever it pulls you along, you're getting whatever you get. You're just getting whatever you get. You're not in control. You're just getting whatever you get. So yeah, and how do you change? How do we change? Number one, I always go back to this. We have to get to ourselves and get our minds clear, and we have to admit where we are now, and we have to get the courage to say, I don't like being right here. I can do better. I can do better. Now that right there is a battery, an energy packet. That sentence right there, I can do better. I can do better. If you say that out loud to yourself, I can do better. Even right now while I'm saying it, it still resonates a certain hope in me. I can do better. I can do better than where I am today. I can do better than what I have been. I can do better than what I was yesterday. And it gives you a hope, and it begins to make your brain start churning. So you have to get to the point number one where you believe that you can do better and you don't like where you are now. And then number two, begin to journal, or even a one-time thing. Sit down with a piece of paper and write down your dreams, even if they are like long gone dreams that you may not be able to obtain now. You may not be able to obtain those dreams now, but so many more dreams are obtainable. So jot down some things that you want to do, almost like a bucket list. I'm not saying that your aspirations have to be I'm going to go to school now, I'm going to go be a doctor, or I'm going to go be a lawyer. Though that's not everybody's prize. That's not everybody's focus. Back in the day, and even, doctors and high position lawyers, and things like that, those are to be celebrated too. But that's not a 100% goal of everybody. Some people want to like lose 5 pounds, to get their vital signs good. That's reward for them. Somebody wanna like rejuvenate a knee that blew out. Somebody might want to like rehabilitate a hip or a back or an arm, something that has blown out or is injured. That may be the goal. That may be the goal that you're working towards for change. Somebody may suffer from anxiety and panic attacks and fears, hidden fears. That is a goal. You want to change that. That is a legitimate goal that can be changed. But you have to like admit that you need the change and find out the information that you need in order to execute the change and be able to sustain the change. So yeah, you have to go through the process, and you have to go through the procedures. Everything has a procedure. Everything is a procedure. If you get in the tub, that's a procedure. You run the water, you maybe put bubble bath in it. Maybe you stay in there a long time, maybe you don't. You get out of the tub, you dry yourself off, you put on your night clothes or whatever you're going to do, or your clothes for the day. That's a process. If you're washing your hair, you comb it out, you get in the shower, or you get up under the sink, you put the water on it, you shampoo it, you condition it. Process. If you're driving your car, you get in the car, you sit in the seat. When you open the door, get in the car, sit in the seat, turn the key or press the button with your key fob. That's a process. You brushing your teeth, that's a process. You putting your children to bed, that's a process. You wake up in the morning and preparing breakfast, that's a process. Everything is a process. And the processes that you do every day, it's more like a learned, controlled process. It's mechanical. But just think if you intentionally focused on certain processes and really put your hand to it. Can you imagine what you can accomplish? And yes, there will be failures. Yes, there will be disappointments. But in the process, and you just have to figure out what's the correct process. Because sometimes if you're baking a cake, and if you use if you use cornmeal instead of flour, guess what? That ain't gonna work. But if you tweak it and use the right ingredients, then guess what? One day you're gonna have a great cake. You're gonna have a really good cake. But as long as you are mixing the wrong ingredients in the process, then you're not going to get the desired result. So yeah, change is a good thing. Don't be afraid of change. Some people do not like change. They're afraid because of the failures that they have already experienced. But you're going to have to get up and try it again. Get up and dust yourself off and try it again and again and again and again and again. Because your life is on the line. You only have one life to live in this world. One life. And at the end of your life, It is nobody's fault but yours. It's nobody's responsibility but yours. And that's not to say that many people, places, and things didn't have a hand in getting you to where you are. You know, because people can be mean and people can be very calculating and stuff. And if you fall up under their umbrella, guess what? They're going to let you stay up under their umbrella because you're able to be used. You're able to be used. So if you continue to stay up under their umbrella, then guess what you're going to be? Used. Okay? So take the initiative and do what you got to do to execute change. Execute change. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because you're going to have to be somebody who is willing to do what he or she has to do to get change. You can't be high school minded. You know, you can't go back to high school in your mind all the time and just remember the looks and the peer pressures and all of that, and you like 50, 40, 50, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. You're going to have to drop that. It's time to drop that. Let that thought pass on out and don't come back. You know, because whenever we ruminate on thoughts, whenever we continue to play those thoughts in our mind, it just like reopens wounds. It reopens fears. It reopens everything that we felt in their moments. It reopens it. And you can't be healed like that. You can't be healed. You have to learn to press past those haunting thoughts. You have to learn to press past those thoughts, because as long as you revisit them, then you allowing those people, places, and things to control you. You're allowing them to control you. So yeah, let's determine in our hearts to make the changes that we need to finish well. To finish well. It don't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are, because change begins like in that next second. It actually begins in this minute, saying, man, I do want change. And then the next minute, you just saying, what can I do? What do I need to do to change this? What do I need to do? But it can be done, y'all. It can be done. So yeah, work on change. Work on change. Work on change. And I'm not telling you anything that I haven't had to do. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't had to do in life. Work on change. You'll be glad you did. So thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and have an excellent day. Shalom.